Hey, hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. Tell me, have you guys ever heard of this quote? I believe it's a very popular quote. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Have you heard of this? A more literal meaning of this quote would be, don't turn against a benefactor. Don't repay support with wrong. Which apparently the gaming community has been doing quite a bit with the game industry. Believe it or not, guys, don't bite the hand that feeds you applies to video games too. Now, what exactly am I talking about here? First off, let me get this out of the way. I am not blind as to the bullshit that the game industry pulls. Believe me, there are times, many times, where game publishers such as Activision, EA, and Ubisoft have royally screwed some people over. That is true, that is fact. Believe me, these are not the hands that feed you. These are the hands that sneak into your pocket while you're not looking. If anything, you are the hands that feed them. And they've bitten your hands many times like the greedy dumbasses they can be sometimes. However, the hand, the very important hand that has been feeding the gaming community and just people who play video games in general, video game developers, a lot of people in the gaming community, specifically around YouTube and other gaming sites and forums, have been attacking video game developers. This started around mid to late 2013, happened a lot in the year 2014, what with the trolls and haters, arrogant and ignorant. And I'm seeing hints of it, just hints of it, starting here in 2015. Guys, it's a new year, it's a new dawn, it's a new day for gaming as a whole. So please, if you're watching this video, please heed my message and try to see if you can do some good out there. See if you can try and quell this nasty, unneeded behavior that, believe it or not, hurts us all. Guys, video game developers make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. They're human beings. So, while you can raise an eyebrow to some of their decisions, and you can of course send them a comment or an email questioning something that they've done, but questioning kindly and respectfully, I might add. But when you start hurling insults and death threats and vicious insulting emails, videos, and comments to video game developers, the goddamn people who make the video games we play. They are the dream makers. They are the ones that bring fantasies to life. They are the ones that give us endless amounts of entertainment. And you're going after them? Over video games? As I've said before in previous videos, which you should go watch, video games are not worth sacrificing your dignity, your common decency, and your common courtesy. Like movies and novels, video games are a form of entertainment and art. They are not worth being a total asshole to another human being over. That is just low, very, very low. And if I may give an example of what happens when you bite the hand that feeds you too much, Phil Fish, Fez 2. Now, you're allowed not to like Phil Fish. You're allowed to disagree with him. Believe me, you have every reason to disagree with him. I disagree with many of his opinions greatly, but you know what? I'm not gonna go harass the guy. I'm not gonna send vicious hate mail and vicious Twitter messages. Granted, I don't use Twitter because Twitter is stupid. But just because I disagree with someone over video games and business decisions and copyright and all that shit, that doesn't mean I'm all of a sudden going to start harassing them and calling them the nastiest things ever just because I disagree with them. And after the excessive, unneeded amount of hatred that Phil Fish got, he gave up developing video games. And now Fez 2 is no more. Fez 2 is no longer a thing. And people really love Fez. From what I understand, the first Fez is a really, really great indie game. One of the best and most classic from what I understand. And now, you will never see the sequel. Why? Because you bit the hand that fed you till it was bloody. Disagreeing with people's opinions and disagreeing with certain business practices or business choices is absolutely fine. You can absolutely disagree. You have the goddamn right to. But when you start harassing people and sending death threats and hate mail over that shit, not only are you lowering yourself as a person, but you're hurting the people around you who just want to have fun and play their goddamn video games. I may have zero interest in Fez, but it saddens me. It really does sadden me that people who liked the first Fez and were anticipating a sequel will now never see a sequel, because people just wouldn't leave Phil Fish alone. I'm not saying I agree with Phil Fish. I'm not saying I agree with his opinions. I just don't think he deserved the harassment and hatred that he got. He didn't hurt nobody. He didn't steal from nobody. He just expressed his opinions. And now, because a bunch of random arseholes on the internet bit the hand that fed them, we have now been denied a video game. And if I may go back to another example, I've talked about this before, how Ninja Fury, the developers of DMC Devil May Cry, were sent death threats over the fact that they were making a remake/reboot of Devil May Cry, a spin-off series, with a new Dante and new setting and new story and all that jazz. I really like that game. It was one of my favorite games of 2013. It's a really fun action game. And if Ninja Fury had heeded these death threats, thank God they didn't, we may never have gotten that great game. That overall is what pisses me off. Being denied, or having the possibility, just the possibility, of being denied a video game because a bunch of assholes bit the hand that fed them. Guys, I'm not saying worship video game developers and treat them like gods. I'm not saying don't question them. I'm not saying don't disagree with them. Please disagree with them if there's something that they've done that you disagree with. Please question them if they've done something questionable and you want to understand why that is. Please be your own person. Agree, disagree, have an opinion of your own. Please do that. But don't go harassing and hating the motherfucking people who make the video games we play. Question, disagree, by all means, but do not harass and do not attack. Video game developers are human beings like you and me. They make mistakes. They do things we won't always agree with. But in the end, they are hard-working people like you and me, who also, unlike you and me, create experiences and products that I love and adore. So please, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Else, we're all the ones who are going to get bitten in the end. Whew. Anyways, this has been the Gamertron. This has been the Gamertron Show. This has been a video. If you enjoyed the video in any way, if you liked what I said, if you agree with my opinion, please hit that like button. Hitting the like button helps me, helps you, helps everybody involved with this video. Please hit that like button. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say on this topic that I just talked about. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me, disagree with me? Please let me know in the comments below. Please leave a comment. I love reading comments. Don't get enough comments. Please leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel and just stumbled across this video and you like what you've seen and you want to get more content from a guy who loves video games and loves talking about video games, please subscribe and check out my older videos. This has been the Gamertron, this has been a video, and I will see you guys later.